to tame the animals after some time. And meanwhile, in the middle of the middle of this cave, this is where actually people would live in here too. But keep in mind, this was normal people of the tribe would live in these caves. But the big one we saw where there was 6,000 drawings, that's where the leader's cave. That one was specifically the leader's cave. And the cave we saw over there, where they kept some of their animals, mainly oxes. And some of the people would stay in the middle. Keep in mind, upstairs also there's caves, but we can't visit because it's too dangerous. And there's snakes upstairs. Since it's cold weather, there's no snakes downstairs, but in summer you actually can hear the sounds of snakes. Take pictures. Once again, another cave where the people would stay in, you can see. And right here you can see another drawing of an ox. Right here. Don't miss out on it. It's a much bigger one, but it's kind of half already worn out.
What was the name of the livers over here? The people
See, they
who
were
were living.
called the shamans. But then,
Shamans.
see, more like, shamanists. Their religion, they went with the same name as that.
Okay.
Because their religion was shamanism, so they're called the shamanists.
Okay.
Here, while everyone's here, pay close attention to these two drawings right here. Can you guys see these two drawings? Right
Yeah.
here on the left. Any guesses what it could be? These two drawings over there. Any guesses what it could resemble to? These two drawings. Can you see it on the left?
Seems like a turtle or something.
Any further guesses? What could it be?
This one?
Yes, those two on the left.
With a horn.
Yeah, well, something like that. But what could it be? Any guesses? What could it be? Nope. That was a drawing of a pregnant female's body. See, the below part is where the tummy is. Top part is the breast. But to this day, actually, no archaeologist, no books, nowhere it has been found out why it doesn't have a head. It was drawn till the neck. Underneath, in the museum, once we go to the museum, electronic version, you'll see more of like clear versions of it, but it's drawn with the computer. So this one's the original version of it. And apparently they even found out some they carved it with the rock, they shaped in the rock as a female's body. But this specifically indicates as a pregnant female's body, but no neck. To this day, no one has figured out why it doesn't have a neck. And there's still researchers and archaeologists are trying to find out what could the reason be why they didn't draw the necks, but so far, zero facts about it, unfortunately. Right, take your pick. as you guys can see, there is a below surface to the hill. So the purpose of this drum itself was to actually warn the people who are downstairs collecting seeds or hunting animals that if any wild animal approaches by, someone stands up. Basically, so people over here, roughly at least like 500 of them lived here, maximum. That's the numbers that we got. So at least like 120 or 30 of them would go down to collect herbs, seeds and all that stuff. So 2 guys would stand here as a watch out. So if any wild animal approaches from far away, they'd hit 6 times to inform that, you know, it's a wild animal that's approaching. So they climb up, before they approach them, they climb up upstairs way too quick. And another thing about it was, while they were hunting normal animals such as goats and horses, if any other animal were approaching from close by, they'd hit 3 times. So each like 6 hits would be like once they're collecting herbs and normal seeds. If any wild animals are attacking, such as they found drawings of lions, foxes, and jackals too. And another thing about it is, you see, there's too many cliffs upstairs, and most of the people who lived here, the way they died was chasing animals on top of the hills, such as goats and all this stuff. They trip and fall down to their death. In here, however, get a bit close. But be careful, don't fall off. Right here, can you guys see that sole rock in front of us? Straight forward. Yeah. The one. Can you see there's some kind of drawings on it?
Yeah.
Right? Come be close to see. Right here, this specific rock in front of us. Yes. Are you able to spot the drawings on it?
Yes.
Those drawings actually had a different meaning. So what would they do is, right, today we have computers to do that for us, but what they do is they draw an animal on the rock and they start simulating the whole process before actually attacking an animal. So they draw, then 3-4 guys would take their spears and throw it into rocks, or they throw like, you know, rocks, arrowheads, arrow tips and all, just to simulate the whole process before actually attacking a real version of the animal. They're actually way too smart to figure out that stuff. 20,000 years old, but then, you know, too smart.
Brother,
Wait.
can you just make a sound and...
Of course, I'm not a good musician though. No laughing.
How they used to do it? 3 times?
3 times to inform if a wild animal is approaching.
How?
No, once again, 3 times while they were hunting, what would happen is, if any other animal is approaching by, that's three hits. But one more thing to keep in mind, the sound I make is way too less compared to theirs, because, you know, they eat raw protein, so they're much more strengthful than I was.
Okay.
6th time was once they were collecting seeds, herbs, plants from underneath. They see any animals approaching from far by, they'd hit it 6 times. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.